In this box, I'm supposed to have yet another Chinese X99 motherboard, but this time I bought a bundle with a CPU and a TPM module. Originally, I didn't really want to bother about this motherboard, but people on YouTube and Discord kept asking about it, so I decided to buy one and test it. Inside the box, we don't really have anything unusual. We have CPU mounting bracket, then we have a SATA cord, then we have the I/O shield, TPM module which came separately, not pre-installed, and I think this is good because sometimes when they install the TPM module it gets smashed and connector bends. It comes in this tiny little bag, and the connector is slightly angled out of the box. This is supposed to be MSI LPC TPM module, but I'm not sure because it does not specify if this is for MSI or for Asus. But I hope it at least gonna work with this particular motherboard. Then we also have screws for the CPU mounting bracket, and finally the motherboard itself. Under the motherboard we have this kind of useless warranty card available in Chinese only. Here comes the motherboard. I have already tested this version of this motherboard previously. It was kind of decent, okay-ish motherboard, but nothing special. This one supports TPM 2.0, and I hope it also supports resizable bar out of the box, and it is threatening to have some sort of a decent VRM because we have at least here 8 phases, but it could also be 4 phases with a doubler, and we can see here we have 3, 4, and then 3, 4 capacitors, so yes, it's supposed to be at 8 phases. This VRM heatsink from my previous testing was pretty decent. It is also supposed to be 4-channel or quad-channel DDR4 memory support, at least if we trust the titles on the motherboard and in AliExpress description. The motherboard technically is called X99M D4 ARGB, so it means we have not 1, not 2, but 3 A-RGB or addressable RGB headers. I have no idea what software is compatible with these headers and if they are gonna work at all, but we at least have the headers. Quick motherboard layout overview from top to bottom. Of course, we have VRM here, then we have 2 memory slots on one side and 2 memory slots on the other side, the CPU itself, a CPU fan header which has already slightly bent pins. Most likely they have tested the motherboard and then somehow inaccurately pulled the cord or installed the cord for the CPU power. So yeah, one of the or 2 of the pins are slightly dent or bent. Now we have 8-pin CPU power, another 4-pin fan connector, 24-pin motherboard power, 2 SATA ports, USB 3 connector for the front panel, and over here we have 2 more A-RGB headers for addressable RGB. So this motherboard is probably the champion of A-RGB connectors. And then here we have 3-pin fan header. Over here we have an M.2 slot for NVMe SSDs, and I believe this is PCI Express 3.0 X4. Then over here we have PCI Express X1. I believe this one is PCI Express 2.0 connected to the chipset. A bit down we have a metal reinforced PCI Express 3.0 X16, and then we have another M.2 slot for SSD drives and one more M.2 slot for Wi-Fi Bluetooth adapters. Then this is the chipset, of course, and here we have PCI Express X4 3.0, I believe, so this one shall be connected to the CPU. The battery socket is obviously empty because Chinese customs do not allow shipping batteries, but that's not a big of a deal. Then we have 2 more SATA ports, here a clear CMOS jumper, front panel buttons and LEDs, speaker. Here we have, I believe this is either USB, yes, this is front USB 2, and over here 3 addressable RGB headers. So in total we have 2 addressable RGB headers over here and 3 over here, so 5 in total, which is impressive for a Chinese motherboard, and not just Chinese motherboards. It's very few motherboards that have 5 addressable RGB headers. Then we have a TPM header where we're supposed to install this TPM module. Then we have COM port, GLPC header. This header is using slightly smaller pitch, so you will not be able to install here the standard USB 2 sized devices like a debug LED screen or something like that. And then we have audio for the front panel, which is pretty basic as far as I can tell. Rear I/O is very standard for Chinese motherboards. We have two PS2 ports, two USB 2 ports, four USB 3 ports, gigabit Ethernet, and basic audio input and output. The CPU bundled with this motherboard is Xeon E5-2630V4, which is more like a placeholder, but it's still a pretty decent CPU as a placeholder. It still can play some basic games and maybe even some modern games with a pretty low frame rate, but it's still pretty decent. For office tasks and simple work, it is more than enough. So if you're interested in a detailed review of this X99 Gaming D4 ARGB motherboard from Jginyue, then please follow me on my main channel. The review will be published there.